Since you've been listening this far, we're gonna throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Oh, damn. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the bonus hour, everybody. I'm glad to be here. All right, so the people behind the scenes at Nightline, they called up because, they heard my comments about wanting to use my footage for death footage. And they said, no. They're doing all Pope coverage, which I totally understand. Yes, please don't confuse my toe as a toe talk in the middle of something so serious as the Pope. Everybody's flying in from every place. Listen, if you are, oh, never mind. People are going to be bringing all kinds of stuff back from Rome. They're going to be going crazy because millions of people have flown to Rome for the Pope's funeral, and people don't mind standing and waiting, and they're holding rosary beads, and people are, everybody from all the world's leaders to common citizens, people are flying to Rome. The pilgrims are there. So as the pilgrims begin to come back into this country, everybody's going to have all kind of stuff. The statues and whatnot. And then if a statue is hollowed, then you can see up it to see that you haven't stored anything that's dangerous to security of the country. But if it's not hollow, will they think that you have, a gun, a knife, a kilo in there? They're going to have to break your Jesus piece to look inside. Just a mess. A mess. How come I'm just left in here with two interns? Neither one of you know what you're doing technically, and there's nobody on the board. What about if something funny happens and I would like to have some laughter?
Number 28.
Oh, number 28? You better work, Salwa. Do you know what to do?
I just know number 28.
Number 28 is laughter?
Yeah.
What number on the machine is how you doing? Okay, so can you get either Art or Trevor and ask them just to come in here and just watch the board? Anything could happen. Okay. We got a whole lot going on in here, everybody. And boy, oh boy, wait until you hear, I'm sorry, I'm at the fax machine. Wait until you hear the rest of the story from old dude getting dug at by his father-in-law. But first, I'll share a few other things with you. As soon as somebody comes in here who knows how to run the telephone, because I don't. Well, maybe I do. Wait, hold on. Let me just walk around here. Don't get me started, because if I learn how to work my own equipment, I will be dangerous. All right. I'm around here on this side. Be quiet, Taryn. You know what? Ow. Forget it. Let me go back over here. Can somebody come in here, please, and help me? We're still on the air.
What?
Oh my God, Paul, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Trevor.
What's going on?
Paul Moody doesn't know how to work the equipment. He's in here.
What's going on?
His t-shirt says, I used to be white, but I changed to save humanity.
My mic isn't on.
Har, har, har.
Who's father-in-law?
I have a whole story to read. All right, Paul's on tomorrow morning.
Oh, this is the
Everybody.
bonus hour.
Huh?
Are we in the bonus hour?
Yeah, we're in the bonus hour.
Where's Art?
I don't know. Just give me a couple of chuckles. Write him a note, Taryn.
Yes.
Write Trevor a note.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. I'm sorry, you all. I've wasted 3 minutes of a very precious hour to me. And you. I'm sorry. Well, 22 years later, Candy Girl is coming on VH1. I am so excited because Michael Bivins called me behind the scenes and he said that we are going to see some things on this new edition special that we've never seen before. And everybody in the group is taking part in the special. This is what Biv says. We'll have to wait and see. It comes on my channel, VH1. It's Behind the Music, the new edition. It's called Candy Girl. It's going to be on TV on April 28th. It's going to cover the early days in Boston, Bobby's departure, his solo career, the recruitment of Johnny Gill. Maurice Starr is going to be part of it with the success of New Kids on the Block, and then the solo Belle Biv DeVoe and the frustrations with P. Diddy and Bad Boy. I can tell you this right now. Nicole, who books our show, was trying to book the new edition for the show. Apparently, Nicole was doing what good bookers do, which is, calling people's people. You don't just call, hey, Biv, can you come on the show? You have people. But what was happening is, and I reported it here on the show, New Edition has been very disgusted with all the people around them and what's all going on with Bad Boy and stuff. And without getting all into it, because I said, all right, let's save it for the radio interview. New Edition's going to come in here, probably the New Edition with the Johnny Gill part, not the Bobby Brown part, because that won't happen. But Biv tells me behind the scenes, I was like, Biv, I tried to get you on, when the CD first came out. What the hell? He says, I love you. If you were trying to get me on, why didn't you trying to get us on, why didn't you just call me? I said, because I was doing protocol. He said, no, you know how it is. Nobody, So he was hinting at, they're booking their own thing. They're taking charge of their own lives now. So anyway, that's on April 28th on VH1. Hello.
Wendy.
How are you?
Fine.
Good.
This is Kelvin calling out of Jersey City.
Hi, Kelvin.
I'm 16. I just wanted to tell you I listen to the show and I love you so much.
Thank you, young man.
Is Dave still on the show?
You can put that where? Back there. Bye, Kelvin.
Bye, Wendy.
Put that where?
Hello?
Back there.
Hey, Wendy, it's Ron calling from Borgata. How are you, hon?
Hi, Ron from the Borgata in Atlantic City. How are you?
Yes, we talked a couple days ago.
I remember.
Honey, I want to say to the gentleman that you're about to talk about, if for some reason that you are in the right, tell your wife if she decides to leave you, it was not true love. And that is all, honey.
Okay, Ron. I appreciate. Well, the drama is about to unfold. Thank you for calling. Hello.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm calling because you know the radio station that you talk about, 100.3?
Yes, the Beat.
Yeah, they're having something called a Miami Spring Fest. Did you hear about it?
No, I haven't heard of the Miami Spring Fest.
Really?
I'm out of the loop at my own radio station. What is that?
When you go on the internet, they talk about it. It's going to be like 20 performers there. Cameron, P. Diddy, and Lala are supposed to be hosting it.
And it's out in California?
No, it's in Miami.
Oh, obviously. And my radio station, The Beat in L.A., is having it?
100.3. Steve Harvey's on there, right?
Yeah, he does the mornings there.
Yeah, it's L.A. based, but they're having a Miami Spring Fest with Puffy and Lala. It's somebody named Roz or something is hosting it.
That's
and
nice.
Cameron's supposed to be there. It's like 20 performers that's supposed to be there. And me and my friends are going. I was wondering if you ever went or know anything about it to give me your opinion.
No, but what's the date?
April 29th to May 1st. If you go on the website, you'll see it. I don't know if your computers are up. 'Cause I know they were down the other day.
To May 1st. No, you know what? I'm going to call my my West Coast crime boss and see if I can get all the information. I might want to pop down there.
All right, I have another question.
Okay.
I'm going down there, and I'm a cheap smoker myself.
Okay.
Do you think if I put it up in my stuff, I'll get caught? Like, I don't want to go through some x-ray machine, and they're like, oh, no, man, could you call for me? Like, you know? But I'm wondering, like, if I put it up in my stuff, would I get caught?
Girl, we are on public radio, and you will not get me to talk about where to stash Chief when you fly.
You guys have that delay, so I'm guessing this could be a me and you conversation. You don't have to air it out. Because I know you're an ex-offender, so I'm thinking like, well, maybe.
Well, you know what? I'm not talking. All I'm saying is, you know, a little of that FDS. You know.
Yeah, you'll never know.
And okay, and thank you for calling.
Bye.
Okay, I know what you all are waiting for, but just hold on for one moment. Do you want to hear about the beef that Jada Pinkett Smith has with Rosario Dawson? Okay. Well, Jada was interviewed at the recent New York premiere of the movie Sin City. And Rosario Dawson is in Sin City. And without hesitation, without even being asked, Jada busts off this quote. Rosario Dawson, she rubs me the wrong way for many reasons. I so want to like her, but she keeps trying to come across like this Angelina Jolie. I'm fearless type of chick. But the thing that really gets me is Rosario's I'm Cuban, Native American, Puerto Rican, Irish, African American heritage. Bull. She always says African American last, is what Jada's saying. Jada, who offered to the same interviewer that she's racially mixed as well, continues her quote by saying, look, y'all, I'm into people defining who they are for themselves. And I kind of understand Rosario not wanting to be pigeonholed in Hollywood, but give me a break. We know damn well Irish is like 10 generations down her line, as it is mine. But you don't see me claiming to be Irish. But I hear what she's saying. Is Rosario one of those Cablinasians? She just can't say I'm black or I'm Cuban or I'm black and Cuban? I'm going to observe how she defines herself. Is anybody a big enough fan of hers that we look? Rosario Dawson, I didn't see a black chick. Where's the black? I just see a Puerto Rican chick. Mm-hmm. And definitely I'm not looking at Irish or Native American. I'm going to have to investigate this. Trying to come across like some Angelina Jolie, I'm fearless type chick, Jada says. All righty. I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. He's done. He's done.
Is he really?
He is when you have a 26-year-old getting down with his father-in-law. Let's move on to the next subject, please. All right, everybody sit back. Pull up a chair. For those of you who were here yesterday, I am sorry. There are people right now listening who weren't here yesterday. Besides, there are those of us yesterday who don't mind hearing the first facts again before I go into the second one. Wendy, I really need your advice. I'm a 26-year-old newly married man, and I've known my wife since college. When I met her while I was working for her father, who happens to be a very wealthy man. He's single, he's divorced from the mother, and lives in multiple homes. The works, the staff, the servants, the whole bit. We've been married for 4 months now. Well, she's accustomed to the high life. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, the Short Hills Mall. I was never a man of means, Wendy. I always had to hustle to make my ends meet, but was lucky to marry into a rich family. Here's the dirt. To support my wife's shopping habit, I have sex with her father for money. Story never gets tired to me. It never gets tired. Wendy, he pays me $5,000 every time we have sex. The first time this happened was before we were married. One night he invited me over to finalize all the plans for the wedding, since he was paying for the wedding. I get there and everything sort of starts out normal. Then into the evening, he asks me to join him for a swim. I agree. So I go to the pool house and I change into some shorts. And then he comes out wearing a thong. I found it extremely weird, but he's a handsome man and he keeps himself in shape, so I just wrote it off as that's what he likes to do. After some small talk, he asked me if I love his daughter, and I said yes, and then he tells me that I must have sex with him before he will give his final consent. Of course, I was in shock. I didn't reply. He then asked me again more aggressively. Still, I said nothing. He asked me again, giving me an ultimatum, saying if I didn't, the wedding would be off and he would fire me from the company. With all that is on my mind, Wendy, with all that was in my mind, Wendy, we had sex right there in the pool. I couldn't believe I let myself do it. Anyway, jump forward to the present date. Remember, they've been married for 4 months, everybody. This is still going on. At our last encounter, I threatened to end the whole thing. But he then told me that he taped many of our encounters. Should I tell my wife, Wendy, or go on living a double life? P.S. If you want more info, I'll fax you again. It's signed Confused Man in New Jersey. Well, yesterday when I read this fax, my mind was swirling. My biggest question before I even get started is, are you white or black? I mean, really. I just need to know, because I need to know who I'm visualizing getting it on in the pool and taking off shirts and all like that.
$5,000.
Yes, and who's peeling $5,000? This is a white father-in-law or a black father-in-law?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, because it's an interesting story.
Good money.
But so I trust you would stay and keep the secret.
What? $5,000? What you need?
It's not about the $5,000. You know what?
How you doing?
It's not as much about the $5,000 as that.
Back there.
Oh yeah, that's what you say on Saturday night after midnight. You put that where? Back there.
Ouch.
Ow. Look. So he was listening yesterday, and I trust, man, that you were still listening. So just keep the information coming, because I'm going to pose some more questions, I'm sure. Dear Wendy, here's my background. I'm a white male, blonde hair, blue eyes. My wife's father is in the import-export business. He sells various products from all over the world through upscale boutiques on the West Coast. The reason I'm faxing is because I heard you're an expert at these type of situations. No, I'm not. I'm just one woman with an opinion. I went to my father-in-law again. Wendy, he showed me one of the several tapes. Oh, because the last thing I said too was he doesn't have a tape because he doesn't want to implicate himself. Well, damn! I went to my father-in-law and he showed me one of the several tapes that he made of our encounters and said that he had no problem outing himself because he lives a gay lifestyle now anyway. Well, damn! Also, I have saved a large portion of money. Should I just take off and leave everything, or should I confess? Well, hold on, because that's what I was getting to. That's what I was going to get to. It's really weird, but why is it that I just can't say, grab your wife by the hand and leave? I'm a woman of a certain ethics and morals, but I'm not able to say that just yet. Because here's how I'm thinking. No, it has nothing to do with being soft and pink. This is about being hard and black. This is business, okay? You need to cake off. Cake off for a moment is what I'm thinking. Look, I can be persuaded. You need to cake off. Stack all the money you possibly can. Forget your wife and her shopping habit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're about to be out of a job and out of living on the other side of the tracks. You know, the high life, the rich life. You know, with all the richness and stuff. And once you have enough to, hey, dude, can you fax me how much money you've saved thus far? Because that'll let me know about how often these encounters happen. Just out of my own curiosity. There's 7 days in a week, but they're 24 hours in a day. Can you let me know about how often this happens? A, and B, how much money do you have stacked? No, really. Oh, and C, one more thing, because I don't know who you are. What kind of salary is this man paying you to work for import-export? Please, 866 Wendy Fax, because you know I'm here until 10 minutes to 7. I would say until 7 o'clock, but then we play a bunch of commercials. What do you guys say? Let me just go to the fax machine and see. I'm thinking that if he went to the wife, all right, he's 26. Chances are the wife is 26 too. She grew up a spoiled rich girl. She doesn't know what real, you do know what real love is at 26. That's not what I'm saying. But when you're spoiled and rich and stuff, you'd rather have that money and that lifestyle than run away with some broke man who loves you to death. And just live while he works at a company. Say he works at the Seiko watch company. He'll take a job at Seiko. You guys can live in Chicago, and you will make do off your $75,000 a year. And unfortunately, the princess will have to get a job too. Now, if she was maybe 36 and she'd grown up like this all along, maybe she'd grab your hand and say, come on, baby, let's run. Let's run from my bastard father, from my how you doing father and his sinful lifestyle. Daddy, how dare you? I don't want your damn trust fund. You know what I mean? I don't want anything that you have any. Here, take the keys to the CL65. Oh, well, damn. You know what I mean? Take and you can take your job and shove it. I'm sure there's plenty of room. Oh, you didn't get that joke? Shove it. I'm sure there's plenty of room back there. It gets a workout.
That where? Back there.
You know, I don't think that this girl has reached the maturity. I could be wrong because she married a poor man. Not a poor man, but a man who's like bottom feeding off her father. Maybe she does possess the maturity. But I'm thinking, if she doesn't, she's going to stay with her father in her trust fund and her CL65 with 22s. You understand? And a slick tint that would get her stopped by the cops, except her father's paid off all the cops. Hell, he's boning the chief of police.
Ooh. How you know?
I love to drum up a story. Wait until you read my next book. Oh, gosh, the tales I've woven. The tales I weave. Oh, yeah, my next book might... Oof. Crazy. Let me go over to the fax machine and see what people are saying. Then we got to get into something else. I mean, really. There's bisexual men everywhere saying, damn, why couldn't that be me? I'd have the best of every world. You know, a strapping, wealthy lover. The dumb daughter. Excuse me, liver cancer, not lung cancer. Peter Jennings. Yeah. He was a smoker for over 20 years, but he stopped. And, yeah. Thank you for sending this to me. Send me more about your situation. I want to know more. This Byron Allen, who would have ever thunk it of him? Do you know he's trying to negotiate to buy the PAX TV channel? Come on. Come on now. I met him. Do you know he's a friend of the show? He listens online. Well, now he doesn't have to listen online. He listens on the beat. I was at, I forgot what I was doing in Los Angeles. Something, I guess, with VH1. This was about 3 months ago. And we went to Mr. Chow's. That's the night that I saw Janet Jackson and LaToya, and we all finger waved each other from across the restaurant. Janet was trying to hide, but LaToya kept finger waving. You know, LaToya's always doing something inappropriate. I guess she wasn't supposed to be, you know, saying hi and everything, but LaToya finger waved. And Janet, you know, did you see Tyra Banks when she got punked? Remember she tilted her hat and you know, stayed in her nachos? Did you remember that punked? No? All right. Well, Janet was doing all that. Finally, you know, LaToya had just, you know, outed the whole table so much that Janet finger waved too. And she managed to muster up a smile. Hey, Janet.
Hey.
Anyway, hi, China. So that same night, I saw Byron Allen was at Mr. Chow's. And he came up and said hi. I was like, hi, Byron Allen. And he was telling that he listens to the show. And he gave me his card. And he said, you need a full show. You need, you know, 5 days a week. You need to be on TV. Like I said, I do my VH1. Yes, hello? He said, no. You know, he meant TV. But I know what he meant. Anyway, and so now he's about to buy the PAX channel. Byron, I'm not exactly sure I will fit into the PAX programming. You know?
You'll make anybody's network hot.
Yeah, but PAX, they have certain standards. Although they had AJ Benza hosting that, hosting the smoking show, and he's like a hardcore type dude. Damn it, where's my Byron Allen? Anyway, but I can't believe how cheap PAX is to buy. $2.2 million. Hell, if we band together as a show, we could take out that loan. You know, if Mr. Sutton helps us. Why doesn't BLS buy PAX? I know we got $2.2 million in petty cash here. I mean, when you think about buying a network, $2.2 million? Hell, I spent a whole hour last night watching PAX TV. I watched the Verlanda show. I don't watch PAX TV, but I watch because Roe's there, and I enjoy the lie detector show. They keep programming going on like that, and that's a steal for $2.2 million. Mr. Sutton, PAX is for sale. We could always buy it with Byron Allen, and it'll be black-owned. PAX TV stations reach nearly 90% of the U.S., Mr. Sutton. Family-oriented programming has failed to catch fire with the audience. No kidding? Oh, I mean, this is what I was saying about Fantasia's book. You understand what I'm saying? This nation is disgusting. Everybody is a toe is a toe. Exactly. Do you understand why PAX is on sale? Can I read this again? PAX TV stations reach nearly 90% of all U.S. households. But its family-oriented programming has failed to catch fire with the audience. PAX has a great deal of unleashed potential, says Byron. The goal is to take one of the largest groups of television stations and turn it toward African Americans. Oh, I smell something now. He's not going with the family thing because nobody's watching. I mean, I feel sad to even say that. Do you watch the Family Channel? See? But that's where Venus and Serena's show is going to be. You know, their little reality show, 6 episodes? I got to find it on my cable. I want to watch it. But I'm thinking if it's going to be on the Family Show, what are we really going to be seeing? I mean, you know what we're used to. A lot of what we're used to, you could just watch it in SpongeBob. All those subliminal comments he makes. Byron Allen, I got to tell you something. This is a smooth move. Mr. Sutton, don't let him do it. Why don't we buy it? Why don't we buy it? Why don't we here at WBLS buy a TV station? You understand what I'm saying?
Call it WTV.
And call it WTV. The W, of course, is for the W in BLS, but in my mind, it's for my name. But, call it WTV. $2.2 million. Who wealthy is out here? Somebody do that. Somebody take that loan. Make it happen. Byron Allen, you're doing a good thing. I just want, a little I want many people at the table. A bunch of black people at the table. And may the best black win. We can't go wrong. Byron wants to turn into black programming. What would that be, like BET? Huh? It'll be like UPN? Why are you playing sad music?
You look sad.
No, I'm looking at this paper thinking in my mind, do I still have Byron Allen's business card? Damn sure do. That's what I was thinking inside my mind. I'm gonna call him when I get home. Hey, boy. What do you mean, who is this?
How you doing?
Speaking of which, Bravo TV is holding an open casting for the second season of Project Runway later this month in L.A., Houston, New York, and Miami. For the specific dates and locations, if you think you've got what it takes to be America's next top model, Bravo, Clume, Banks, whatever, go to BravoTV.com. BravoTV.com. I can't believe that. I mean, was he on drugs or something, Vincent Pastore from The Sopranos? I mean, how are you going to do that to a woman? And then it's bad enough to do that to a woman, but how are you going to do it to a woman and be a high-profile person knowing that everybody's going to find out about this? Like, what makes you absolutely lose your effing mind and do something like this in the middle of the day, in the middle of the street, in a car, and then push her out of the car? I mean, look, what are you on, man? I guess you really are the big pussy that you play on The Sopranos. That's who he is on The Sopranos.
Was.
Is he? No, doesn't he still visit or something?
Oh, he died. He got killed.
Doesn't he come back in dreams?
Maybe.
Big pussy. I'm glad he's not there anymore. I'm not comfortable with saying his name from The Sopranos. I'm just saying it for the purpose of,
BP.
A dramatic effect. It's also in the story. That was his name on. Yeah, I'll call him BP. I'm not comfortable saying that name. But if you didn't hear, he was charged with assaulting his girlfriend in the Little Italy section of the city over the weekend. It was a scene straight out of The Sopranos, people say. He's 58. He's alleged to have punched his actress girlfriend in the head, smashed her in the dashboard, grabbed her hair, and then yanked her out of the car. So I guess they weren't driving. She might have been like sitting in the passenger seat. And he went around, they were screaming in the car. Then he went out around to the other side, like, get the F out.
Oh.
She's like, no, BP, no. I said, get out. And grabbed, a handful of her hair and pulled her out and threw her in the street and pulled off. Word is because she was late. Oh, that can make you mad, though. But not that mad. Like I said at the top of the story, what was he on? I mean, that's crazy. Who deserves that? You often wonder what people are on. Oh, hold on, people. Oh, man. I was about to tell you a story about Grace Jones turning the train out. Oh. All right, let me just look at the faxes and then we're going to... Okay, people are responding to Rosario Dawson. I got one. Oh, gosh, people have got their own problems. Nobody's concerned with you, white son-in-law in New Jersey of the rich man. Oh, I am. Well, look, fax. Nobody's even asking questions. Fax me back more information about your case. In the meantime, you guys, we're about to go into a break. But don't forget, October 1st and 2nd, I know it's far off, but the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer is going to be happening. For more information, you can register by calling 888-304-WALK, or you can log on to the website there, avonwalk.org. And also, caller number 11 right now on the phone. We've got 866-GET-WENDY. We've got an America's Next Top Model package for you. If you think you've got what it takes to be America's Next Top Model, this Saturday, the place to be is Macy's Herald Square. It's the official New York City casting of America's Next Top Model. And if you're caller number 11 right now on the phone, you're going to pick up America's Next Top Model Season 1, now available on DVD. It's packed with all kind of stuff. And if you have what it takes to be America's Next Top Model, then you'll want to be at Macy's on Saturday. To find out times and whatnot, go to upn9.com and dial carefully to pick up Season 1 on DVD. And it's courtesy of your station, playing today's R&B and classic soul and featuring the Wendy Williams Experience. 107.5 WBLS. Ah, yeah. I just wanted to play that little musical interlude for you. Just because, you know what? Doesn't it seem like, because it's such a beautiful day, but so much is going on around us, that it's not what it used to be? Oh, PAX channel's not working out. The Pope's death has usurped Johnny Cochran. And Johnny, I think his funeral is this week. Is it Thursday?
Thursday or Friday.
Kim's going to jail. Michael's finished.
Oh.
C. Murder changed his name to C. Miller. BP is beating his girl down allegedly in Little Italy. What is going on? What is, the father-in-law's got the son-in-law by the couillons.
Oh.
Mercy me. Well, it's the Wendy Williams Experience here. Family radio, just the way you like it. A 16-year-old kid called at the top of the show saying he listens. This show is the Grown and Sexy show. It's not for kids. Kid. But thanks for listening. Let me address some faxes, and then we're going to get into Grace Jones. Grace Jones still wilding out at 53. Excuse me, 52. Esun says that it would be a better bet for PAX to be BET or UPN. They have no damn original programming. How the hell does College Hill, A Tale from the Hood in School, and 106 in Park and reruns of Comic View make a TV station? I'm so sick of seeing Soul Food, A Prison Song, and Waiting to Exhale as the BET movie. Don't Oprah have enough Skrilla to buy a station and put some real black programming on? What about a black soap opera? This person says. And if the son-in-law isn't into his father-in-law, how does his thing work? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. If you're not so into the father-in-law, how do you get it up?
He's probably the one he's the bottom.
He's the bottom. Oh yeah, because the father-in-law is openly, well.
You don't have to get it up.
Well, you never know. In the case of the man, he should tell his wife, and if she leaves, then he has to deal with it. But he keeps the money. Exactly. Signed Dark Side. Thank you, Dark Side. I want to know how much money he saved up. Because maybe he needs to just keep this going until he's got his dollar amount. And he needs to, have a dollar amount, whether it's $50,000 or, the $100,000 mark. Or maybe he saved higher than that already. But yeah. And then rid yourself of the whole situation, including her. I know you love her, but she's so spoiled. She's pressuring you for Louis and Gucci money, and she knows you're just a working Joe. And T. Lynn in Denver, Colorado is listening and says on the web, on WBLS.com, and says, Wendy, I have seen countless interviews and read Rosario Dawson articles where she mentions her different ethnic backgrounds, possibly in the same order as Jada even mentioned. And I agree with Jada. It is so unnecessary. Yeah. Shout out to Kim in Queens. Kim, you know what it is. I'm not reading this on the air. You know what it is. I'm trying to show some respect to the man's situation. But you know what it is. So, apparently the British cops, otherwise known as bobbies, had to escort Grace Jones off the Euro train after she allegedly grabbed the ticket inspector's arm and about her fare. She's 52, and she verbally abused the female inspector. That's what I guess they call the ticket takers. After being asked to pay extra for a seat upgrade on Tuesday evening, traveling from Paris to London. The company's not going to press charges. But apparently the cops were called onto the train, and they asked her to leave. She was arguing and verbally abusive to the train manager. She then attacked the manager and grabbed her arm. A male catering assistant. They have catering assistants on the trains over there? Fabulous. A male catering assistant managed to separate the two women and tried to calm Miss Jones down. The upgrade would have cost her an additional $132 American money. We are not pressing charges, but we will not tolerate verbal and physical abuse from the passengers. My husband got my son one of those ESP games or whatever that is. That
Yeah, PSP.
What is it?
PlayStation handheld.
That Sony thing that everybody's going crazy for?
Yes.
Well, he copped two. One for him and one for our nephew. Oh.
Can't find them anywhere. Everybody. So
Yeah.
PSP.
Yeah. My kid was going crazy this morning. He's watching Spider-Man movie while he's eating his cereal and wanted to take it to school. No, it has to be charged, and you're not taking this to school. He already knows. He was trying to work his father on the other end because I already told him he can't take his Game Boy to school. No electronic toys to school. The PSP. So why are they so hard to get?
Because they're the hottest thing out right now. Like the Cabbage Patch Kid was back in the day?
Yeah.
That's how they are right now.
Well, can't you just drive to Chicago and pick one up and then come back?
I don't know.
I mean, what are they, limited edition or something?
No, they just selling real crazy.
My kid jumped on it. He knew how to use it practically immediately. They say Barry White died at the hands of vultures. You want to hear about this? The family of soul legend Barry White has broken their silence about the star's harrowing final days. In an exclusive interview, his oldest son and youngest daughter claimed that the man who sold more than 100 million records died suffering at the hand of gold-digging vultures. DNA results obtained by the National Enquirer prove that he is not the father of the child that was... Oh, damn, you whore! You whore! You took us through all that only for DNA to show that tramp... What? Do you at all remember the story of Catherine Denton? Do you remember her saying that Barry kept her in a lifestyle that she'd become accustomed to? That he acknowledged this newborn, this child, I forgot how old the child is, I'll get into it, as being, Barry acknowledged that this was his child. After he died, his family was like, you know, he didn't marry you. You ain't Glodine. First wife will always, you know, first wife who has, you know, the first kids, they'll always be in the house. It might not be, you know, through still having sex, but you know, first wives club, there's a club. But she wasn't a wife. She was a girlfriend. But I was like, give this woman her money. She had his child. Barry acknowledged the child. All them kids and Glodine back off and realize you're going to have to cut another slice of the pie for her and him. The boy. Trick, please, listen. Oh, and shout out to the National Enquirer. You got this one off. Oh, it was an unborn child. I'm sorry. She was pregnant at the time. But the point is that Barry acknowledged and was happy and like that. I remember this. DNA tests prove that Barry is not the father. His lover, Catherine Denton, who told the dying multi-million-dollar star that she had given birth to his daughter. Oh, yeah, Barry was in the hospital for a while, so he didn't know whether she gave birth or whether she was still pregnant or what. But that's not the point. So the white kids go on to say, that sounds funny, right? The white kids go on to say, my father had to listen to these lies as he lay dying. He knew the truth, but couldn't tell anyone. What? At the time of his death, his family kept silent, denying stories of bitter feuds. But now, for the first time, his son and daughter are revealing the truth behind his death. The son is 43, that's Barry Jr. And the daughter has a name I can't pronounce, so I won't, is 29. It's one of them names. And this is what they tell. Number one, they were barred from visiting their father as he laid in the hospital. Number two, they were sickened by false claims that the father had a love child. And number three, stunned to discover millions of dollars missing. The R&B crooner died of kidney failure in July of 2003. His family had kept a bedside vigil on the star in the hospital. But within days, they allege his girlfriend, Dent, 38, and business manager Abby Schroeder tried to stop them from visiting their father. Dent proudly introduced her new baby to White, who was too ill to speak. Damn. You know, she probably leaned over and whispered in his ear. You know, and you know how that whisper goes. I'm going to get every dime that I feel is owed to me. And you think about that. You know, or something's crazy. Oh, she's going to hell. But in January, she took a court-ordered DNA test that showed Barry White was not the father. And then she got an attorney. And his name is Greg Bordeaux. And Greg, here's his quote. My client has nothing to say. I guess not. Adding to the sadness of his legacy, White's ex-wife Glodine is suing the business manager Schroeder, claiming millions of dollars are missing. Schroeder refuses to discuss the case. Damn.
Well, I have something else for you, too.
I'm about to go to the radio awards. PSP, Art just passed me, limited supply, sold out 2 million units the first day.
So they're all going in first day.
All right, well, somehow there's 2 at our house, and one of them is in the hands of a 4-year-old. The radio awards are tonight, the New York Air Awards at the Marriott Marquis. And as I was thinking about it, well, first of all, also congratulations to Hal Jackson and Debbie B. Their show and then my show were the only 2 nominations. We're repping BLS, and we have a whole table, so my coworker's going to be there and stuff. Hal and Debbie are nominated for Best Weekend Programming, so congratulations to you guys. We'll all be eating rubber chicken together tonight to see if we win. But you know what? In all honesty, it's just nice to be nominated in the category of Best Syndicated Show based out of New York. Because there are a lot of them. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. You know what I mean? But I do think, in all honesty, that Randy Rhoads is going to win. Don't change the dial, okay? But I told you already about Randy. Randy's over at Air America. And, first of all, they had their HBO special, on Air America. Second of all, we just had an election. So there was a lot of political radio listening to, and people really wanted Bush out of office. And Randy and her squadron over there at Air America, they were leading the charge with the liberal talk, with the Democratic talk and whatnot. And so I feel as though Randy will probably win, but it's nice to be nominated. And I'll go over there and I'll eat because I need something to do anyway between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock when the doors open up at the Laugh Factory, because it's Wednesday, so it's Laugh Factory Wednesday. And the doors open up at 8. The comedy starts at 9. The Laugh Factory is on 42nd Street at Times Square. Look, it's the first Wednesday of daylight savings time. Come on out, everybody. Have a drink and have some fun. Let me just get the last few faxes. Art, I don't know whether I have time to acknowledge them or not.
You got 2 minutes.
I have 2 minutes? Okay. 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 Did you mention the product for keloids? Yes, it's Rejuveness. REJUVENESS. Rejuveness.com. It helps out with the keloids. Dear Wendy, I didn't hear the details about the son-in-law drama because my internet connection flipped. However, I just heard you say the guy is white, so I assume the father-in-law is black. No, I'm assuming everybody's white. What are you saying? I might be taking this entirely left, but the father-in-law sounds like a total jerk for making this guy serve him like that. Okay, let's move on. All right, really. You know what? How about if we pick up where we left off? Or where we leave off today? We'll just pick up tomorrow. I got to phone Byron Allen. And so I'm going to go back there and look for his telephone number. I know it's on my cork board. It's not far, into stuff, because I was real flattered when he gave me his card and stuff and said, you need to be on TV. Call me. So he's about to have his own TV network, and he's about to change it up from Family Planning. Somewhere in there, I got a show. And then I'm going to see if I can try to collect an award. Love you for listening. Bye-bye.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man.
And WBLS music starts next.